For over 1,000 years, one city shaped the destiny of the world. From a cluster of huts beside a quiet river, to an empire that ruled 3 continents. Rome became the greatest power the ancient world had ever seen. Its legions were unstoppable. Its roads connected nations. Its laws shaped civilizations. But power on this scale comes at a cost. This is the story of how Rome rose from nothing, how it conquered the known world, and how, slowly, it fell. Studio microphone: The birth of Rome. In 753 BCE, according to legend, Rome was founded by twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, raised by a she-wolf, destined for greatness. Their story blended myth and history. But Rome's real strength was not myth. It was geography. The Tiber River gave access to trade. 7 hills provided defense. The Mediterranean offered expansion. What began as a small settlement soon became a growing power in central Italy. Through discipline, through organization, through relentless ambition, Rome expanded. Studio microphone: The Roman Republic. In 509 BCE, Rome overthrew its kings. In their place, they built something revolutionary. A republic. Power would not belong to one man, but to elected officials, guided by the Senate. This system created balance, and balance created stability. With stability came conquest. Rome defeated neighboring tribes, then rival Italian cities, then powerful enemies beyond the sea. Studio microphone: The Punic Wars, Rome versus Carthage. In 264 BCE, Rome faced Carthage, a wealthy naval superpower across the Mediterranean. What followed were the Punic Wars. Hannibal of Carthage marched elephants over the Alps, a feat that shocked the ancient world. For years, Rome suffered devastating losses. But Rome had something its enemies underestimated: endurance. They rebuilt fleets. They raised new armies. They refused to surrender. By 146 BCE, Carthage was destroyed. Rome now dominated the western Mediterranean. The Republic had become a superpower. Studio microphone: Julius Caesar, the man who changed Rome. Success brought wealth. Wealth brought inequality. Inequality brought instability. Generals gained fame and loyal armies. Among them, Julius Caesar. He conquered Gaul, expanded Rome's territory, and became a hero to the people. But the Senate feared his growing power. When ordered to surrender command, Caesar made a choice. He crossed the Rubicon River. Civil war followed. Caesar emerged victorious and declared himself dictator for life. On March 15, 44 BC, he was assassinated. The Republic was dying. Studio microphone: The first emperor, Augustus. After chaos and civil war, one man rose above all others. Octavian, later known as Augustus. He defeated his rivals, secured power, and in 27 BCE, became Rome's first emperor. He did not call himself king, but Rome had become an empire. Under Augustus began a golden age. Studio microphone: Pax Romana, the age of peace. For nearly 2 centuries, Rome experienced stability, known as Pax Romana. Roads stretched across Europe. Aqueducts brought fresh water to cities. The Colosseum entertained thousands. Trade flourished. Law expanded. Latin spread across continents. At its height, Rome controlled territory from Britain to North Africa to the Middle East. It seemed unstoppable. Studio microphone: The 5 good emperors. Under rulers like Trajan and Marcus Aurelius, Rome reached its greatest territorial extent. Trajan expanded the empire further than ever before. Hadrian strengthened its borders. Marcus Aurelius ruled with philosophy and discipline. But after his death in 180 CE, stability began to fade. Studio microphone: The crisis of the 3rd century. Between 235 and 284 CE, Rome faced chaos. Over 20 emperors ruled in less than 50 years. Many were assassinated. The army became kingmaker. Inflation soared. Plague spread. Barbarian tribes pressed at the borders. The empire was too vast, too strained, too divided. Something had to change. Division of the empire. Emperor Diocletian made a radical decision. He split the empire in 2, east and west. 2 administrations. 2 capitals. The eastern half grew wealthier and more stable. The western half grew weaker. Though divided, Rome still endured. Studio microphone: Constantine and a new faith. In the early 4th century, Constantine rose to power. Before battle, he reportedly saw a vision: a cross in the sky. He embraced Christianity. Soon, the faith once persecuted became protected. Constantine founded a new capital in the east, Constantinople. The center of power shifted away from Rome itself. History was turning. Studio microphone: the fall of the West. In 410 CE, the Visigoths sacked Rome. The unthinkable had happened. The Eternal City had fallen. More invasions followed. In 476 CE, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was removed from power. The Western Roman Empire ended. But the East survived. Studio microphone: the Byzantine continuation. The Eastern Roman Empire, later called the Byzantine Empire, thrived in Constantinople. It preserved Roman law, Roman governance, Roman culture, for nearly another 1,000 years, until 1453, when Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire. Only then did Rome truly end. Studio microphone: why did Rome fall? There was no single cause. Overexpansion, political corruption, economic instability, military pressure, internal division. Rome did not collapse overnight. It declined slowly, from within. Studio microphone: Rome's legacy. Yet Rome never truly disappeared. Its laws shaped modern legal systems. Its roads shaped transportation networks. Its language evolved into French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Romanian. Its architecture inspired governments and monuments worldwide. Even today, the word Senate survives. The calendar we use bears Roman influence. The foundations of Western civilization rest upon Roman stone. The eternal lesson. Rome rose from a riverbank village. It conquered the known world. It ruled for centuries. And then it faded. Not in a single day, but through time.